All right, what's up, guys? I did not forget to switch the camera this time, but I did forget to wash my hands first this time. So we're gonna do that now. Um, like normally I don't want to have to talk over this water and shit, but we're doing the jambalaya. I have the sausage. Oh shit, that's hot as fuck. I almost burnt the fuck out of my hands because I'm talking to you guys. All right. So we're doing the jambalaya. I'm hungry. I waited way too long to get this started again. I just wasted a paper towel drying my hands. Normally I don't waste paper towels doing that, but I was just thinking absent-mindedly and pulled one off the rack. We're going to do exactly as it says on the box, right? Generally, as we've mentioned before in previous videos, we talked about this with the pumpkin bread videos. I have a fair bit of experience. I was a line cook for a while, but I have to admit I'm very rusty now because generally I don't take the time to cook for myself anymore. I just get microwavable shit. But, we had this box of jambalaya from my mom. She gave me when I moved in here, and it's been sitting in the cupboard forever. I was like, you know what, I can make a video out of that. That's why I haven't eaten it yet. So, it's actually been expired since before I moved in here. So my mom's trying to poison me. No, I'm kidding. My mom's a wonderful person. Loves me very much. But it's a box that's rice and like some spices. So I'm 97% sure it's going to be fine because what these expiration dates actually mean is the date that the packaging is guaranteed to. That's not necessarily when it's going to go bad, but it's just like if it goes bad before that date, you can take it and get it returned. It's still usually safe to eat a little while after the expiration date. It all depends on what it is, right? This is just fucking rice. Like, I'm pretty sure rice will, like, this box of rice, especially if it didn't have like the little pieces. It looks like there's little tiny pieces of vegetables in it or something, but probably dried out. Maybe that's just on the box too. It says rice mix, but regardless, say even it's just like one of those rices that just has spices in it with the rice. That shit will probably be safe to eat long after human civilization has wiped itself out. Which is not a guarantee, but let's just say every day it looks like the chances are going up. And admittedly, while I have been doing the best that I can, I haven't been doing enough. But that's why we're really working on getting back to the content creation, because I feel like everything I've tried to slow down the decay of the human race has failed so far. So, fuck it. That's the main reason I do this shit. Maybe some of you will listen and wake the fuck up and stop destroying the world. It seems like a long shot, but I don't know what other plans I have. So right now, I'm just going to make some jambalaya, eat it while watching YouTube videos while this shit uploads, and do my best to not look at the portal to hell that we are hurtling straight towards. But yeah, so I got some experience as a line cook, but because it doesn't smell like, it smells like spices a tiny bit. So the sniff test is always something you gotta do. Anytime you have anything that's been sitting for a while, especially if the packaging is expired, it says best by June 2nd, 2024. It's a year old, but it should be fine. It's rice and feels like spices. Just check the packaging, right? There's two things you want to look for, first of all. Any types of punctures, tears, anything like that. And the second thing is any type of deformation. One of the worst things, the reason I'm like squeezing it is if this were puffed out, like, sometimes you get a bag of chips that's just full of air. If it were like that, I would throw it out because that means that there's bacteria in here growing, producing gases and shit. But no, it's like I can fold this shit over. There's barely any air in it at all. So probably good to go. It doesn't smell like anything weird. Whenever I make stuff for the first time, if there's like a box, I just follow the directions. I found, especially, I think it was the pumpkin bread. There was something I made. Oh no, it was the mac and cheese. I got this mac and cheese. This was one of the first videos I did. But this other box is for my mom. She said she wanted to try this sometime. This was the Aldi's specially selected macaroni and cheese fall harvest. Ridge elbow macaroni with a savory pumpkin, butternut squash, and cheddar sauce. Actually, one of the best mac and cheeses I've ever had. So this said to stir in pasta, then drain completely and return to the pot, and then add the milk, butter, and seasoning and all that stuff to on top of the noodles afterwards. It just suddenly turned into Saw 3 or whichever one it was. She fucking crawled through the needle pit. That was the only moment in any of the Saws that actually messed me up. Like the first 3. I didn't watch any of them after the first 3, but I watched the first 3, and the needle pit was the only moment that actually fucked me up. So we've got so this said to like make the noodles, then dump out the water, then pour the sauce mix in, which was like a powder, and then pour the milk in. And I did it according to the box. But generally what I do with powdered cheeses like that, like if I make the Kraft Blue box, is I'll make the cheese in a separate little saucepan and let it simmer for a while. And it mixes up so much better and tastes so much better. I'm going to do it that way when I make it for my mom. But I followed the box and the cheese didn't mix right. So just follow the box is the rule here, Even if I feel like there's a better way to do it. Like normally when I make these, the Velveeta, I love macaroni and cheese. Anything with macaroni, like I love a good fettuccine Alfredo. I'm a big pasta person. I guess it's the Italian in me. But normally when I make like a if I'm just making it without making it on the box, I just fucking eyeball that shit. And it's almost always perfect. Especially because water, it doesn't matter a lot. As long as you especially if it's something you're going to be straining, or you can, like even if you're making ramen and you're not going to strain it, dude, you can just dump a little bit of that shit out if you have too much. It doesn't matter. So pick a protein. It says 1 pound cut into bite-sized pieces, smoked sausage, ham, cooked chicken, or shrimp. Shrimp has an asterisk next to it. Where's the small type? What's the asterisk for? Add cooked shrimp during last 5 minutes of cooking time. That makes sense. Shrimp cooks super fast. The one thing I was always terrible at making, shrimp and grits. I am not I'm not a saute cook. I'm good at frying. I'm good at like the deep fryer, dude. I love that shit. I love anything deep fried. If I'm ever super mega rich, I'm gonna get a personal deep fryer installed in my kitchen. I ain't even joking. But and I'm gonna pay someone else to maintain that shit for me because I ain't cleaning it. That was the worst thing, was fucking changing the oil in the deep fryer. But deep frying and grilling, I'm really good at. I'm better at baking than I thought. I've done pretty good at baking too, but saute is my weakness as a cook. So here we have some smoked sausage. We got the beef one. Appropriately with the Jumbalaya, It's actually expired now too, but this just recently expired. If this were a year old, no way in hell. But this was July 19th, and that was like what, 6 days ago? I don't know what day it is exactly. I have a weird relationship with time, but it's been like a week. It's not, the packaging's fine. I haven't smelled it yet or anything. Can't smell it. Oh, I can. Yeah, it smells fine. Um, so this has its own instructions, right? Actually, we're gonna wait to cut this up because we need to start the water first. One of the things that's important is timing. But like I'm reading the box. So we're still gonna do it in the order on the box. It's just I'm gonna start the water so I don't need to wait because there's a point where it says wait for the water to heat up, basically. So we got the smoked sausage dough. That's what we went with. That was just the first thing I saw. I don't really like working too much with chicken. It's one of the easiest things to cut, but it's also to cook, just the pain in the ass. Because the reason I said cut is because I was thinking about how much trim you got to do to like actually get the fat off. That's always one of my, dude, I hate like when you get a poorly piece of trimmed chicken, like a poorly trimmed chicken breast. It's like, bro, how lazy are your fucking cooks? And it's not even the cooks themselves, because that shit should be done on the prep table before it even goes to the line. And you know, if they aren't prepping their chicken right, it's probably a shit ass restaurant, or at least shitty ass people working that day or the night before. All right, so we got the next step is it's not divided into steps. It's just all one step. So if you can see it, it's like that was the first one. Down here we're about to read the second one. It says cook. So you just apparently do this all at once. No, it's kind of separated. Mix 2.5 cups water, rice mix, meat of your choice, and 1 tablespoon vegetable or olive oil, optional. We're gonna go olive. Throw a little bit of our Italian blood into this Creole dinner. I have all three: vegetable, canola, and olive oil. They each have their uses. It says I think it says vegetable or olive oil. So pretty much anything you can use. You can use vegetable oil and canola oil interchangeably 90% of the time. I forget what the difference is. There's a small difference where one of them's better. I think smoke point is the primary thing, which probably doesn't matter to any of you. But, oh, what is that? Oh, that's balsamic vinaigrette. I've also got avocado oil. I would never buy this on my own. My mom got this. I think it's not even open. I'd be way more likely to use avocado than avocado oils. I mean, the other way around. I hate avocados. But I could see myself using avocado oil because one of my friends made guac once. A friend who's way more experienced as a line cook than I do made guac once. And it was the only guac I ever liked. And I was like, dude, this is the best guac I've ever had. I've never liked guacamole, and I thought it was delicious. He was like, oh, well, I put too many tomatoes in it because I didn't have enough avocados, so it's more like a salsa. I'm like, bro, that's fine. Like, it works for me. It was delicious. And I do have some coconut oil spray I can use. This stuff smokes like crazy. So I also have this. I try and avoid using this whenever possible. The cooking sprays generally aren't great for you, but for something like where is it? I still need to clean this a little more. It's clean. Like, I ran it through the dishwasher, but it didn't fully come clean, so I got to scrub it at some point. You have something like a little electric skittle or griddle? I I combined two different words, skillet and griddle, into one. Electric skittle. My brain's just like trying to comprehend what an electric skittle would look like. Just like a giant glowing skittle on your wall. Skittles are pretty good. Taste the rainbow, motherfucker. Anyways, this is what happens when I'm sleep deprived. I talk like I'm on meth or something. Okay, so and caffeinated. Literally all I'm on right now is no sleep and too much caffeine. So we've got oh yeah. Cooking spray is really good for any type of electric skillet like that or anything like that, because it's just so much easier generally. But my favorite thing is just butter. Like when I gotta grease up a pan, this is my shit right here. This Irish Gold or Kerry's Gold, whatever it's called, the pure Irish butter. Shit's so good. And then if I gotta do like regular baking, I get sticks like this because it has the nice tablespoon cuts. And that, as much as I love that butter, it's just not worth trying to fucking force it into a measuring spoon, because that shit is super hard compared to regular butter. Almost as hard as I am all the time. Anyways, we've got our olive oil we had to go get because I didn't have that set aside. I think I have everything else set aside. 3-quart saucepan. Until well blended, bring to a boil. Okay, I'm just gonna read the whole thing. It should be set out in steps, but it's not. Mix 2.5 cups rice, 2.5 cups water, rice mix, meat of your choice in 1 tablespoon, vegetable oil or olive oil optional in a 3-quart saucepan until well blended. Bring to boil, reduce heat to low, cover, simmer 25 minutes or until rice is tender. It's just one giant fucking wall of text. So what we're gonna do is get our 2.5 cups of water. Like I said, normally just eyeball this shit, but we're doing what the box says. Exactly what the box says. That's our 2. Half a cup. Is that half? It's moving too much. I need to wait a second for it. Yeah, it's close enough. It's just slightly above it, I think. It's gonna evaporate some. I don't know if the other was 100%. All right, that's a pretty big saucepan. I guess rice expands, of course. Bro, that was something my roommate after college. I was living in a town called Harmer. I had a roommate there. He did not understand that rice was going to expand. Funny as hell the first time. Also a damn mess. Speaking of messes, I need to clean the stove. It's in kind of rough shape. You know, that's got to happen this week. Okay, so that's heating up. While that's heating up, we're going to throw all this stuff in there. It says to bring to a boil, then reduce heat to low. Cover, simmer 25 minutes. I don't know if I have a pop lid for that, actually, but I guess we're going to find out. Just have it cranked up as high as it can go. The one thing I don't like about this stove is it doesn't have a stop, you know? The old stove, everything here is better than in the old place, categorically. But the only 2 negatives I have about this stove are the down button doesn't work very well on the timer. So it's such a pain in the ass that I actually hold up. No, it's the other way. The up button doesn't work on the timer. I hold up to get to the closest 10 digit above it, and then I press 1s down. I gotta do like the opposite of the Price is Right, you know? So we gotta drop this in here and just stir it occasionally. I don't think it says to stir it. Okay, yeah, it does. Wait. It doesn't actually say it? It says mix. It's the very first word. It says mix all the way here, and then you got to go through 4 lines And then it says, until well blended. Who wrote this? Oh god, this smells so good actually. Bro, I'm so excited for this. I know it'll never compare to real jambalaya, and I honestly don't remember the last time I had real jambalaya. I had some Campbell's soup jambalaya not too long ago. I didn't like that. But I did like their, what's the other one? Shit. I'm blanking so hard. They're both from New Orleans or like that area. The other one. Gumbo. I don't know if that's actually from New Orleans, but the Campbell's sausage and chicken gumbo, that's pretty good. They used to have that. I don't know if I do have a spoon. I just did dishes. They used to have those, the chunky soups. That's what I get. Like, these are some of my favorite soups. Just get these Campbell chunkies for when I don't feel like cooking at all. Also, this whole cabinet is full of them because it's like rainy day fun in case we get nuked or like we start World War III and get invaded or something like that. I need to get more water. I used to have a whole wall of water over here, but I've been going through the cases. I need to do so much around the house, really. That's one of the other things I've been working on. Why I haven't been exactly streaming so much. Really, there's just so much I got to do right now. All right, where did I put the lid that I was using the other day? I literally just threw it somewhere a couple hours ago, and it didn't even occur to me why I had left it there. You know, I operate on many different levels at once, and I will subconsciously do things and not know why I did them, and then 3 hours later, it's like, oh, that's why. That was pretty nice of me. It's like, you know those stories about people talking about oh, drunk me did this for hungover me. I'm like, ADHD me did this for OCD me. Now, to be completely clear, I don't have either of those diagnoses. I'm just trying to put it into a context. Where the fuck is that damn lid? I found the bottom part. I'll just use the bottom part if I have to. That's why it's the first place I looked. I am utterly flabbergasted. I just wanted to use that word. I'm not actually flabbergasted. That's probably a little bit more of an extreme connotation than what's going over. But needless to say, I can have my ADHD and OCD moments. Okay. So we are currently, it says 1 tablespoon, I think. I was just gonna eyeball this, but no, we're doing it like the box says. Yeah, 1 tablespoon. Perfect. This is our table. I only have 1 measuring spoon, apparently. I guess the rest are still back in Pittsburgh. 1 tablespoon. Going with the olive oil. Olive oil definitely has the superior flavor of all the olive oils. Although coconut oil can be good too. But it's going to make things taste coconutty. So you need to be aware of that, right? It's not super strong. Not super strong at all. Just a hint of coconut, but definitely enough to notice. So do you want coconut fettuccine Alfredo? Probably not. I don't know if you would even use olive oil in fettuccine Alfredo. I was just trying to think of something that would taste terrible with coconut in it. And we already talked about fettuccine Alfredo earlier. That's one of my favorite. Dude, it says peel here, but there's like actually no lip to grab it on. Oh, I found it. It was just curled up. All right. Yeah. Ooh, that smells real good. Dude, whatever they smoke this with, I'm all about it. All right. So it says bite-sized pieces. Where I'm just gonna get nice little. You know what? I'm gonna cut it down the center first, like down the middle of the horseshoe. I need more cameras up here so I can do this. They don't need to be like perfect, right? One, we're not doing a. I need a bigger cutting board too. We're not doing a like 5 Michelin star. Literally, the sausages are falling off as I'm cutting them. This cutting board is tiny. We're not doing a 5 Michelin star presentation here. If they're a little bit uneven, I'm okay with that. So we're just setting them up next to each other. It says you're not supposed to eat any of it until it's fully cooked. But one of them stuck to the side of the knife and then got like a tiny piece shaved off of it. So I just had to try it. Okay, that is starting to boil. So we need to get this in there. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I can hear it. So what was I talking about? The uneven pieces? Well, we have these weird angled pieces right there at the end. There's like part of the piece that got shaved. I'm gonna get like E. coli or something. No, but so let's go ahead and throw this all in there. And get these pieces that fell off first. And then I'll set this down, just pick up the whole cutting board and drop that in there. It said 1 pound. I don't remember exactly how much I had. All right. How much was in this? I gotta be careful. There's like meat juice in here. 12 ounces. So not quite. Oh, I just got meat juice all over my arm. Not quite 1 pound, but it'll work. I kind of wish I had some hot dogs or something. We're gonna wash our hands again. Which doesn't make any sense. Because normally, you're supposed to wash your hands after you touch raw meat so you don't get sick from it. But I just ate the raw meat. Now, it's not truly raw because it's smoked sausage, but it's also not like a summer sausage. So it was never fully cooked through. But I'll go ahead and get that mixed up. Now, it's probably not gonna boil because we just added some cold sausage in there, which brought the temp back down. But it was boiling pretty good, although it seems... No, it's not boiling at the moment. It kind of wants to boil. But that's what it looks like right now. We're gonna let it go for just like another 2 minutes to actually get it boiling. Looking for the pot lid. It might start boiling anyways. So it's glass. Is this it? Dude, I think I found it. I didn't know if the pot lid made it up here. I haven't used this pot yet. The other pots that I normally use are both in the dishwasher right now. I wasn't sure they'd be ready when I started this. Okay, so it says to take it down to a simmer, but I'm still not super familiar with what simmer is on this. I think we're at about like we were like stuck between 3 and 2 So we're gonna put it at 2. No, we have it at 3. I can't count apparently. All right. So let's make sure we've done all this correctly. Mix 2.5 cups of water. Check. Rice mix. Check. Meat of your choice. Check. 1 tablespoon olive oil. Check. In a 3-quart saucepan. Check. Until well blended. Check. Bring to boil. Check. Reduce heat to low. Check. Cover. Check. Simmer 25 minutes or until rice is tender. Right? So this is what I was talking about. Watch this. We got to do time. Oh, of course it fucking works. There. See, it's not doing anything. So generally I just go, come on, go. And then I go down. And it went too much, but it works fine going down. All right. Then it'll just start automatically. So that's 25 minutes. I already done enough rambling so far. Like 30 minutes and I just started cooking. I'm not going to ramble at you for an additional 25 minutes. We're going to check in again once it's done. So I will see you in 25. Okay. So as stated, we are following the box, but this is why I often don't follow boxes, right? 7 minutes left according to this currently. Yep. Now, again, part of this is my fault because I walked away, but I trusted the box. Ow, that's hot. I need a bigger spoon. I can't get down in there with the steam. Instead of being too big, my spoon is too small. And if you get that, you're a legend. So, it actually ran out of water. I think I caught it just in time because I only walked away for a minute. Doesn't look like anything really stuck to the bottom too bad. There's like a few spots, but nothing looks like it actually burnt on there. Like I can show you now. Kind of. It's pushing around. So yeah, it's kind of stuck. No, not a drop of water left. There's still 7 minutes left. So the plan was to just let it go until the timer went. Follow the box exactly. But I don't want to ruin my dinner. Because then I need to actually leave the house. Because this is the only thing I think I have left. Right? Oh, well, I got like a whole cabinet of soup. But that's like rainy day fun. Alright. Oh, okay. It was like a delayed impact. Where's the... Okay, here's the 1 spoon. You know what? I almost carried it all the way downstairs before I like fully tested again. I was like, wait, I'm gonna do that. I'll just watch videos afterwards. Let's get just mix it up a little bit more. Let's get an actual spoonful of rice. So yeah, always keep an eye on something that's simmering. But I walked away for only a few minutes, and it went from like, yeah, there's still water in it to the water just being gone. Did I mention I'm not good at saute? Okay. The rice is still a little undercooked. It needs more water. I'm pretty sure I said that at the beginning. It looked like way too little water. It's not terribly undercooked. It's like, I think they call it al dente. It'll be, honestly, if I let it sit, it might be good. It's not crunchy. It's just a little bit chewier than it should be. But it's pretty good. It's not spicy, but I don't think Jumbalaya is generally spicy. Gumbo is usually the spicy one, which is why I like the gumbo. Bro, I love spicy food. If my ears and nose are not draining to the point where I can like smell things from the other side of the world, then it's not hot enough. It's like a little bland on the front end, But these spices hit with the aftertaste pretty hard. Not too hard though. Just about right. I wish the initial taste were a little bit bolder, but other than that, it's pretty good. Let's see how the smoked beef sausage came out. Mmm. Oh, wow. Bro, that sausage is delicious. I gotta get this again and use it for something. Oh, okay, that's good sausage. Yeah. Okay, that is delicious. So, especially once you throw some good protein in there, it still feels like it needs just a little more spice. You know what might do it? Generally, when something tastes bland, there is one thing it's missing. I just need to find where I last put it. I think I saw it over here. Yeah. This guy. So, I find one of the biggest mistakes lots of cooks make is they undersalt things. Now, of course, you always got that guy that oversalts everything. If you ever taste the salt, unless it's like a pretzel or something with salt in the name, like salted caramel or anything like that, too much salt. I think considering the size of this, there's no way I put enough in. Let's put a little more in. But if it ever tastes bland and you can't figure out why, you're like, man, there's just something missing. What do I need in this? Don't need any like more spice. Don't need any more savory. Don't need any more sweet. It just needs more flavor. Add a bit of salt. See if that does the trick. Kind of like scooped it up on the side a bit. All right, let's try that now. Mmm. That's so much better. Let's give just a tiny bit more though. Yeah, it needed salt. So, out of the box, not perfect. Add more water than it says on the box, and also add salt afterwards. You know why it probably doesn't have salt? Because, like, people just think all salt is bad for you for some reason. So, like, seeing sodium on the box, how much is on the box? How much does it say? 500 milligrams of sodium for 5 servings per container. So, it says that's 22% of your daily sodium, which is crazy. But I can tell you from tasting it, there's just not enough salt in this. Well, now there it is, because I fixed it. But I'm going to go stuff my face. I'm going to watch some YouTube videos while I upload this to YouTube. And I'll see you live sometime this week. I'm just not sure when. Oh, look at the kitty. He's out there sleeping on his chair. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. Peace. God bless. I want to start saying that again. I've been working on my outros. That's why they change every fucking time. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Let me know if there's anything you want to see me cook. And God bless.